Hello everybody, my name is Undead Rash Guy and welcome to another video on my channel. Now, as you can probably see by the title, this video is all about Grand Theft Auto 6 speculations and all we know so far about it. Now, if you're watching this video, you're probably already tired, let's say, of GTA 5 and GTA Online. You need something new, something fresh, like me, and that's the focus of this video. So, just gonna put a quick disclaimer here. This is not some fake news. This is nothing that this video is all about guessing. This video is mostly about guessing and also something that we know, like Grand Theft Auto 6 is already in early development. Now, there's a lot of speculations and shit about locations and whatever. But yeah, let's just daydream. Let's daydream. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna start off with everything we know so far about Grand Theft Auto 6. So we know that it's in early development. It was hinted or said by some people of Rockstar, like Leslie Benzies. Now, Grand Theft Auto Online and Grand Theft Auto 5, they've been around 2013, and now it's 2017 in the making of this video. So that's a lot of time, 4 years, yeah. And Rockstar surprisingly didn't release any games since then. I mean, it was all about GTA Online. Now, of course, they are also focused about making a ton of money, and GTA Online is all about that. Shark cards, they're just a rip-off, but yeah, they are making a ton of money. I believe two something billion dollars on shark cards alone, and a lot of money on GTA 5 copies. Now they did announce Red Dead Redemption 2. That was supposed to come out in 2017, but they pushed it to 2018. And as I understand, it's about an Xbox exclusive, like the other Red Dead Redemption title that was for 360. Now, we won't be talking about that. We will mention Bully also, but our main focus again is Grand Theft Auto 6, what's gonna be and what is it about. So, yeah, we know that's in early development. We know they didn't tell us any location, and that's really all we know. It's only in development also. Leslie Benzies was fired last year or the year before that, as I recall, and he was the Grand Theft Auto main developer, as I recall correctly. He was fired, forced out of his job. So Grand Theft Auto, it's uh, we don't know where it's gonna go. He was responsible for Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, and San Andreas Vice City, and all, not the first ones, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I have some pages, some wiki guides of IGN and everything else. So yeah, let's try to focus on this now. I'm tired of Grand Theft Auto. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto Online is still up and running, all with some latest problems with Take-Two and modding community and Rockstar. We all been hit by that, especially we who mod single player. Now I have 2 copies of Grand Theft Auto 5. One is for single player offline modding, and one is for GTA Online. Now, let's see what this article has to say. What's being said about Grand Theft Auto 6? The first official whiff of information about Grand Theft Auto 6 came from Rockstar president Leslie Benzies. Is he the president? He's not anymore anyway, but yeah, he was the leading developer of Grand Theft Auto 6, that's what I know. Who teased that the game is in very early stages of development. That was like, I believe, 2015 or 16? Doesn't matter. We need to focus this. We don't know what Grand Theft Auto 6 will be, but we've got some ideas, said Benzies. Although it's far from concrete information of what development stage the game is at, Benzies did give us some few insights into how the idea process starts. Okay, so he did say he has like 45 years of ideas. Too bad he was fucking fired afterwards. Well, what do you know? And let's see here. It comes from the idea first. Where it is going to be set and is the first question that defines the missions. You're doing different things in LA than in New York or Miami. So Miami is of course Vice City. That's the last time and the first time we did see Miami rebuild in the Grand Theft Auto series. We saw New York as Liberty City 2 times in Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 3. And of course, if you count the Grand Theft Auto 4 DLCs, also we did see Liberty City in how do you call it, Chinatown Wars for mobile. Yeah, so I know they mentioned at some point New York and Liberty City. We're moving on from that. They also did mention about Grand Theft Auto 6 or future Grand Theft Auto games. They are planning to have all locations like San Fierro, Las Venturas, Los Santos, Blaine County, whatever, Vice City, you know, Liberty. But yeah, here we go. That's like more of a World of Warcraft style, MMORPG style game that would be interesting nonetheless. Imagine just flying through the whole fucking Grand Theft Auto series. Maybe they add some carcass cities, you know, Chicago, whatever it is, from their other games. So we all know GTA Online is their main focus. What would my speculations is Grand Theft Auto 6. They're gonna go 2 ways for this. Either it's gonna be a standalone game with its own online, and of course they're gonna focus that with single player and online, pushing online to the maximum. Because hello, yay, we like money, right? And the other idea I had in mind is they will just stop at GTA Online, you know, they will separate totally GTA Online from Grand Theft Auto 5, and they're gonna start building a multiverse, a universe from that. For example, let's say they release San Fierro or San Francisco in real life. That would be an amazing addition. They didn't do that. They didn't put a larger map in the game because of console limitations at that time. Console peasants, no. Sorry if I offended you. But yeah, I would like to see at least Las Venturas with the new Rage engine. The last time we saw Las Venturas was in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. One of my favorite games. I passed that game both with cheats and without cheats numerous times. I love that game. And yeah, now let's see what we can take from this. The latest GTA 6 gossip through though is about the sheer size of Grand Theft Auto 6 map. According to a new rumor, Rockstar could be trying to recreate the entire of the US with Grand Theft Auto 6 rather than just a single city. Now, what are my thoughts about this? Well, they didn't announce any titles, any Grand Theft Auto titles in like 5 years. But it's a really slim chance that it's gonna include a whole US map that needs so much detail, especially because Grand Theft Auto 5 would be outdated when this comes out. And the problem with this is it's just not possible. Well, it is possible, but the game, they need to beat Grand Theft Auto 5, and that would be extremely hard with all the current details that are in Grand Theft Auto 5, including the smallest of details. They will have to include and plus add some more details in Grand Theft Auto 6 to have any chance of succeeding its predecessor in the time, which would be Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online. And those details include something like engine overheating, and of course, probably you noticed a lot of small details that went into the game, like when you break out the window on the car and go walk around that area where you broke the window. The boots will actually step on the glass, and you will hear the damn glass crack beneath your feet. So that's a lot of detail that they will need to surpass. Anyway, moving on. We advise you to take this with a large pinch of salt, as we doubt you need to take that 100% literally. We reckon Grand Theft Auto 6 feature multiple multiple US locations with distances between each one cut down considerably. It could be like how the crew managed to cover the entire US and turn it into a navigable map that takes an hour and a half in real time to drive from one end to another. Now, I did play the crew, and the problem I have with the crew is that the cities are not big. Grand Theft Auto Rockstar is doing their best to always, bring, as I said, new details, and the cities can't just be small. That would be a setback for Rockstar and the Grand Theft Auto series. That's why I don't like the idea of them creating the whole US map. Now, I love the idea to include all the cities they did make with some villages in between. That would be amazing, and that would be easily done. Well, not easily, but it could be done with less work, It doesn't require much time. They already have a modeled out new 3 generation Grand Theft Auto 4 Liberty City, but again, they did mention they wouldn't touch Liberty City anymore. So yeah, the crew, it is a big Mac, but the problem with this is it's a racing game. You can't include random. You have limitations. In the racing game, you can't enter interiors. You can't just go around killing animals. You can't go. It's all about cars and roads. That's why it's so hard to make a game the size of the crew map, which is not actually something to brag about. We should be seeing more of those titles, but again, it's just too much work to create something large as the crew and put so many details in such a short period of time in one game. And also the idea of Grand Theft Auto and Rockstar actually shrinking cities down, it's a terrible idea, in my opinion. It's just a terrible idea. Now, great, reading this from the article again. GTA 6 story, what's it about? As GTA 6 is it's most likely at least 3 years away, we understandably know absolutely nothing about the game's storyline or gameplay features. Now, we will be discussing that at the later date in this video, but here we go. Most likely at least 3 years away. So let's see now. Red Dead Redemption is coming out in early 2018 for the Xbox, right? And there is a speculations that Bully, I love Bully 1, by the way. I played it for mobile and when it first came out. And if that is true, it would come out in 2019. Now, the problem I have with this is it's actually setting back the Grand Theft Auto 6 announcement. They haven't still announced it yet. If they did, they would probably release it at least, let's say, 1.5 years from the official Rockstar announcement, not the leaks. Don't care about the leaks now. We don't care about when the leaks are released. Well, we do care about that, and we want every single detail about Grand Theft Auto 6, where it's gonna be. But hey, it's not. We need to focus on the release date, and the release date is at least 1.5 years, 1.5 years since it is announced the first time. Now, what do I think about what happened to Grand Theft Auto 5 release? It actually went out for PS3 and Xbox 360, and then we had to wait for about a year for it to release on PS4 and Xbox One. Now, why did that happen? Why? Of course, it happened because of the new consoles and everything. But why did PC have to wait so damn long for PS4 and Xbox One? They got it earlier. The question about this is, it's all about. It's not that Rockstar hates PC gamers. I mean, PC is one of my most successful gaming platforms, and they got about a lot of money. They get a lot of money from us PC gamers. So why did it take so much? It's all about improving the game. Of course, if Rockstar didn't want to release the PS3 and Xbox 360 version of the Grand Theft Auto 5 for PC because it was so limited, it was so last gen as it is. It was had to brought down graphics wise and everything. PC needs the best graphics because it can handle the best graphics. Consoles are limited. That's why we waited so long. Now, I wanted to talk about what the what happened with Take-Two modding community and Rockstar. As you probably heard, and Take-Two sent a cease and desist to Open 4 tool that is used for modding Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 4, and Max Payne titles. What happened there? Well, it's because Take-Two wants to milk money from Grand Theft Auto. So, they're a publisher for Rockstar Games, and we know that Rockstar Games doesn't mind or didn't mind in the past that their games were modded, at least not as a company as a whole, but only their top higher people, you know. So why did this happen, and what can this have an impact on Grand Theft Auto 6? So, modding in GTA Online is a terrible thing. Hey, people get money from it. People get trolled by explosions in GTA Online. Can't play the game if they encounter a trolling modder. Now, I'm not all against modding. It can be fun. I saw some modders that they just made my day. I was just driving, doing my mission, and there's like this Santa sleigh with deers and everything just flying across the damn sky. And he magically teleported me into the sleigh and made me drive it. It was really fun, but again, who's here to lose? The only people who are actually losing from all of this, it's Rockstar and Take-Two. Why? Because modders, or they think at least they're losing. This is my theory now here, putting my tinfoil hat on, but. We all know how shark cards are overpriced, and we all know how much it's easier to get modded money. You just find some hacker and he just starts giving you, right? You don't even have to ask. They just get in the session where you're at and just try to drop money to everyone out of nowhere. I remember my first encounter when I was playing GTA the first time, the release time. It was actually around Independence DLC 2014-15, I believe. Anyway, I was shopping in my Toledo Bay clothing store, and there was like money all of a sudden dropping from the sky. I started to panic and ran away. Hey, I don't want that, blah blah blah, bye bye. But I can see where the people are coming from. I mean, shark cards are extremely overpriced for, I believe the highest shark card costs at least 70 euros. Don't hold my tongue on that because I'm not sure, but hey, it's still a lot of money, and that gives you 8 billion in-game dollars. 8 million, pardon me, not billion. So, what's the problem then? Well, the problem is that you can't buy shit. You can't buy shit from the latest content. You can only buy at least free cars 3 new vehicles, and that's it. You just can't buy anything for at least something that costs more than a game itself. I want something more. I want, hey, what was that bonus? They do give bonuses out, but again, it's not that good. You can't. It's really bad to sell something higher with a price higher than the actual game, and then just I can't do shit with it. If you understand where I'm coming from. Nah, I've ranted about this for a long, long time. Now let's see. Grand Theft Auto 6 wish list. What we want to see. Here's the top 10 things we'd like to see. Blah blah. A strong female protagonist. Now, okay. Why? The question is why. Now, I'm not against females in Grand Theft Auto. There are some badass females in Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I'm literally scared from the Lester's helper. I forgot what her name is, and she's a total badass, you know. And how do you call it? And heist DLC that we got. Now, of course, all protagonists were male, if I recall correctly. But why do we need a female protagonist? I wouldn't mind, actually. I wouldn't mind. But the problem is, this article, it is different. It is different. But if a female protagonist enter the game for the simple reason that there are no females, like, I can't explain my argument here really good. I'm not against females. I'm not a sexist, whatever. But hey, a female protagonist, if you're adding it for the reason that women complain about not having it, it's the wrong thing to do. Now, we do have, every single GTA game has had a strong male protagonist. So we had Franklin, Trevor, and Michael from the Grand Theft Auto 5, the latest release. Nico happens to be Serbian, and I'm Serbian. I was extremely happy to see a Serb play this Grand Theft Auto 4 protagonist. Now, of course, his Serbian is totally broken. I can't understand shit. Not because the words are wrong, it's the pronunciation is wrong. Or good old Carl C.J. Johnson from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Now, we encountered, at least I did, excuse me, my throat is going sour from all this talking. Now, we encountered some badass female characters across the Grand Theft Auto series. There's Catalina in Grand Theft Auto 3 and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which actually is a prequel to Grand Theft Auto 3. We encountered some, some badass females in Grand Theft Auto 5. Of course, we know that Rockstar wants to boost the stereotypes just because they can. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. Anyway, moving on. It's about time Rockstar Games showed how well it can deal with introducing a strong female characters to that lineup, even as a part of a multi-protagonist system. Okay, so here we go. Female character, it wouldn't... I would like to see it made and for me enjoy it. Like, it would be interesting. There are females protagonists in GTA Online or characters. We've not had a single strong female supporting character since Catalina in GT3 either. No. Okay, supporting character. Well, Catalina was the final boss in Grand Theft Auto 3. As I recall, she was supposed to die in a helicopter crash at the dam. Yeah, but she was really bad. I wanted that bitch killed. Rockstar has been criticized in the past for a sexist attitude towards the female characters in its games. Now, here we go. Rockstar likes to make goofs. They like to make fun of everything. They can make fun of everything. They were sued for making fun of everything. But that's the thing about Grand Theft Auto series. They will make fun of everything. Well, what you go and see a building company named STD? You think that's really everything? There's a joke behind everything. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, let's see a fresh location. Well, now this is an interesting topic about the location and everything. One of the top things on the Grand Theft Auto 6 wishlist is a brand new location. So far, the Grand GTA series has explored three key areas: Vice City, Liberty City, and San Andreas. Sure. We've also dabbled in London and Alderney in some of minor GTA titles. Now, it's not a minor GTA title, it's actually the first GTA titles. That I hate. It's all forgotten. Despite there being 15 or so GTA titles, that's pretty narrow location circle for the games. Now here we go. We know Rockstar wants to return to stuff. They mentioned they like to revisit new areas in different time. For example, Vice City was a hellhole in 80s. It was drug controlled everything. And they made a Miami in the 80s. You know, because it fits the topic. I would love to see how they make Vice City, of course, in the larger scale, because Grand Theft Auto Vice City is a really small place in GTA Vice City. It's a really small map, and I know every corner of it. I've installed a mod on GTA 5 that actually adds Vice City next to Los Santos, and I was really happy to see that there's there they actually modeled in Easter eggs as well from the game. That really made me happy. You will probably see that in the video that's going over my speech. Now, despite that, blah blah blah, blah, we already looked at that. So what I wish to, okay, let me go on a limb here. It's either the next title, it's gonna either include Vice City, or more interestingly, part of the San Andreas, like San Fierro, San Francisco, and Las Venturas, aka Las Vegas. Now, the best city I want to see is Las Venturas. Why? Because we saw it in San Andreas on the old engine. I would love to see all those lights, all those billboards in the Rage engine. That's something more graphics wise as a request, but it would be awesome to see nonetheless. I I I love the idea, you know. Also, San Francisco, it's another place that would be really awesome to see in its mega size in the new Rage engine. It would be best to see those two combined, or Vice City and the area near Miami, if you get me. Now, let's go here. A story set across multiple cities. Now, here we go. Forget one brand new GTA location. Why have one when you can have two? Well, why not 5 or 6 then? They did mention they want to bring all GTA titles in the same place. As I said, that would more look like GTA MMORPG. I would love that. I would love to see that. But of course, that would be really developing that development would be time consuming. And to be honest, I really don't want to wait anymore. It's been 5 years, and they started announcing games that we or GTA fans are not really interested about. Of course, I love Bully, but I want Grand Theft Auto, a new, fresh Grand Theft Auto, because it's the most successful title, and most people will request a new Grand Theft Auto title. I don't care. Well, I do care about the location, but this is the thing. If they go the way I think they will go, one of my thoughts, one of my theories, that they will just build on GTA Online. Forget about the new Grand Theft Auto installment, and they just build on. For example, no next GTA 6, there won't be. but they just add a whole new map, a whole new area, and upgrade the engine and the graphics of the current one. That would be also interesting to see. I wouldn't like it the most, but hey. Now, here we go. Next one. The addition of fuel gauges. We're not sure how annoying. Oh no. No. You can't add something like this to Grand Theft Auto game. Why? There are mods for this. People who love this will love it, but it sounds amazing on paper. Hey, realism, right? And they also mentioned panic to missions if you constantly had to check the fuel gauge. Now, this is not fun. Grand Theft Auto is not as much as about realism as it's about having fun. Why do I say this? Well, imagine if you, like some people that are bored, decide to go drive a car around the fucking mountain because you can. And the fucking fuel stops in the middle of nowhere. What the fuck are you gonna do? You burst the engine block or something else. What the fuck are you gonna do? There's already something like a fuel system that when you shoot a gas tank, the fuel just starts dripping out. But yeah, that shouldn't be in a Grand Theft Auto vanilla game. Apologies again, but I'm getting dehydrated. It's not a plus, it's a minus. We have a great installment as Grand Theft Auto 5. I would love to see something added that's fun and doesn't actually make Grand Theft Auto more of a chore than Grand Theft Auto Online already is. I don't want to go on a mission and constantly refuel fucking helicopters. I don't want to refuel cars. I'm in a chase with a car. What the fuck? It's not supposed to. I don't want to fail a mission because it's not my fault, you know. It would be really bad. Fuel system, you have mods for it. For every single Grand Theft Auto installment, you have a mod for fuel. We don't need something like this in a core game. No matter how good it sounds on paper, it will totally break the experience of Grand Theft Auto Online and Grand Theft Auto 6 installments. Better vehicle variation, number 5. Okay, so this is the thing that I want to talk most about the next installment. There's a shit ton of vehicles in GTA Online. How are they gonna surpass that with Grand Theft Auto 6 installment? How the fuck there's 500 plus vehicles, including planes, motorbikes, cars, helicopters, etc. There's a lot of fucking vehicles, and they did come out in separate DLCs that all build up. How are they gonna insert? I mean, it's not impossible. They can just retexture the current ones, but that's not about everything, you know. I want to see some new vehicles, but will they include it's another massive job. Will they include all the vehicles? Probably not. Probably at least 40% of current vehicles that are in GTA Online, they won't include. Some good vehicles won't make the cut. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I also wanted to mention a police vehicle, and this is just my guess, but police use in America in general, they use a utility truck. Ever heard of them? It's not more of a truck, it's more of an SUV. But I would love that to see patrolling around the city. I don't want just normal cars, I want police diversity. Right now, their Interceptor, the Cruiser, and the Buffalo one. I want to see something change. We've seen all these cars in past installments. We've seen the Ranger, we've seen the Granger, we've seen the Cruisers. We would like maybe Interceptors as normal police vehicles and not SUVs. as FBI only. Moving on. Increased number and variation of side jobs. Now, this is always a plus. Again, they are probably going, they want to surpass the success of GTA 5 with Grand Theft Auto 6. They need to do that. And increased number of variation of side jobs, I would love that in single player. But again, they are focusing on GTA Online, which comes to my mind that they won't make the better one, better single player they did with Grand Theft Auto 5. I would love to see more jobs. I would love to see more populated, bigger, at least 2 times as bigger map than Los Santos and Blaine County combined. And I would love to see jobs scattered around the whole map. That there's always something to do. It's a hard job, but somebody has to do it, and it's amazing. Better shops, more houses, and a better city. Now, here we go. We all know that GTA 5 in single player didn't have a best selling variety. You could buy businesses, but you can't do shit with them. There's some side missions to some businesses, but it's repetitive. Shops are really limited to Michael. Michael has different clothes than the other ones. And same goes for the other protagonists, Franklin and Trevor. We need more clothes. We need something. But again, they're primarily focused on GTA Online, not GTA single player. More houses. Well, I would love to buy more houses as we did in San Andreas. Again, San Andreas is a big game. It had a lot of clothing variety. It had a lot of housing places that you could buy and get in. That's what I want to see, plus GTA 5. That's the addition that I want to look at. While driving through San Andreas' seemingly unceasing terrain, you quickly realize that there isn't much to do outside of missions, side quests, or the strangers and freaks meetings. Now, here we go. This is interesting topic. Repetitive missions, that you can always find, may be a factor to fix this. But you don't have nothing to do after that, right? I've completed my everything there is to do. I have 100% completion game. I killed the beast with Bigfoot. I've done this without modding. I've passed the whole game in single player without modding anything. So what happened when I finished everything? I started installing mods, started having funds, multiple fun, because that's how you say it. Now, you need mods. This game is required to have mods. It has the biggest modding community ever, including me. I've made some mods that were reviewed by some bigger, really big YouTubers, and I loved it. I loved that it brought a joy to my face. I made a Hindenburg model for Grand Theft Auto. People liked it. It's my first and only 3D model, but people love it and enjoy it. I wanted to get in and have fun with tools, and that's what Grand Theft Auto needs modding. When you finish absolutely everything, like I did, you can't do. Even big imagination can't really help you. You need mods. You require mods. You need new cars. You need player-created missions. You need new vehicles from mods. You need tools. You need zombies. You need this. You need new maps. You need everything. And that's why Grand Theft Auto requires modding, because you can't do shit without it. Now, a more interactive city population. Sure, Grand Theft Auto 5 already has a lot of details. People answering calls, people talking to each other. There's a lot of different conversations going on the street at the same time. It's that thing is perfected in my opinion. That thing is perfected. They react to your cars. Every individual car, there's some sort of a different reaction. And I think that they did actually perfect that part. There's no other game that makes a game so come to life like that. And a first person shooter option from the start. I love first person shooter or first person camera. It's beautiful to drive, to fly in. I prefer flying in first person. As you saw from my Hydra Bros videos, I love it. I love driving around in first person. It's fun. And I think they will add that. There's no problem adding that. They already have it. Simultaneous PC release, okay, and virtual reality support. Now, that's everything up, that's a plus, sure. Simultaneous PC release, that's talking about how we should release PC and console on the same time. Sure, I'm all for that. I don't want to buy consoles, and I'm not gonna buy consoles. But again, VR support, that's a plus. I would like to see that. I have a graphics card that can support virtual reality. But again, it's just a necessary plus. I would love to see that because it's new technology. And again, I'm saying it, it's a plus, but hey, no, sure, whatever, add it. I don't mind. Now, here we go. We finished that article and we've ranted on for I don't know how many. 42 minutes, sure. Holy crap, I'm talking out of my ass. So we've read the articles, everything. Now, let's move on to what I want, and this is my speculations. I've made a list here. So, I've talked about police vehicles. I'm predicting that they will add a new police vehicle that is actually a police utility van as a patrol car. I would love that. I also loved the LED lighting system on the new police vehicles. That was so good to see in a Grand Theft Auto game. Now, location. This is my speculation. Well, I already said it, but I'm gonna mention it again. It's either Vice City or at one of the areas around San Andreas. I'm not guessing that they are gonna go and create a new one. Why? First of all, they said they want to keep it in USA. So they did explore Tokyo and all, but they said they want to keep the Grand Theft Auto series inside US. So no London and no Tokyo and no other places. Hello. Now, here we go. The next one on my list is Take-Two Actions. Well, I'm not against modding in online, but I'm not for modding in online. Sure, have fun. Sure, adds people money. I'm not gonna. Some people are not gonna pay for money for shark cards anyway. Excuse me. Oh. Oh, that's a sneeze, and I'm just probably gonna mute that one. But hey, now there are people who can't afford or simply don't see the reason. If you run out of money, just stop playing Grand Theft Auto. Or holy shit, I'm gonna sneeze again. There we go. Shark cards are not a necessity to have. You can make money. You will make money if you have time. If you don't have time, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, Take-Two's actions against Open IV or Open 4, they are totally unjustified. Now, Diversity in cause, I already mentioned that, but again, it's gonna be a really hard job to achieve all of those vehicles plus add something new, which they probably won't. They will add new vehicles, but they won't port at least 40% of the vehicles in the base installment of Grand Theft Auto 6. Online, the next topic. So I said they are either gonna. There's actually three ways. The first way is Grand Theft Auto 6 to have specially new online, which adds the ability for Rockstar to make more money. You know, start from the beginning. People will require money. They will have to purchase the shark cards. Some will not. Some will take modded money. But again, that's one. Two, they don't release in Grand Theft Auto 6 and they just focus on online, and instead of releasing a whole new game, they just make a paid DLC that's so big. Apologies again for sneezing. But again, as I said. Next topic. Actually, no. Number 3 is they actually build GTA Online with the new map from Grand Theft Auto 6 and also make a separate single player GTA 6. Now, date announced, as I said. Announced date. After that, it will at least take 1.5 year till we see a concrete release date. But the problem with this, I have the Grand Theft Auto 6 is not even announced. It's not even announced, and we won't see it if they announce it today, like right here on 30/66/2017. The game would come out in 2019, but again, they yet still have to announce Bully properly if the leaks are true, which again boosts Grand Theft Auto 6 release or announcement date even further away from us. I like Bully, and I would probably play the game if it's on PC. I'm not gonna buy a console for it. So what do I think on consoles versus PC? It's actually a thing. Consoles, again, I said they have limited graphics capability, storage capability, and everything. Sure, there are new consoles coming out, PS4 Pro and Xbox One Scorpio, I believe it's called. I don't own a single console. I played on some. I had fun, but again, consoles have limits. PCs have not. You can always upgrade your PC, you don't have to. But again, Grand Theft Auto 6 needs optimization for PC. It's required by the developer to make a game that's better running on PC than on console, because no one is gonna play Grand Theft Auto 6 with 30 FPS or whatever it's called. You know, whatever the limitations at that time will be, because PC can always push more, and they need to push their the Grand Theft Auto 6 capabilities even further for PC. And yeah, that concludes actually this video. Now I will probably set some let's just read this article real quick that's in front of me. Also, you can see the gameplay right now. It's probably in Vice City and something. I have no clue what I'm gonna put here. But again, thank you for everyone for listening to me. There's nothing really here that we didn't cover. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe for maybe another one of these guessing episodes. I love guessing. I love daydreaming. If there is no rumors or anything, we need to bring something at least to satisfy our needs, and this is why I'm making this video, to satisfy our needs of at least imagining how the game would be if it's gonna be. At least to satisfy my need for now. I need to get this out of my system. Everything that I share, it's not again, it's not confirmed. This is just guessing. This is just blindly guessing. But hey, we'll see, right? Something I'll probably be interested about. I would love to guess what vehicles there's gonna be in. If you like this, please comment and say I'm gonna make another video. I love this. I love this type of stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, like, blah blah blah, and see you next time. And sorry again for lack of videos on this channel. I just can't find the time. Anyway, bye bye, blah blah blah, goodbye.